everyone. Hello, hello. Gonna let everybody kind of gather in here, little by little. Today the topic is what is mediumship and why work with a mentor? Okay, what is mediumship and why work with a mentor? So I'm gonna let everybody, I love it because when you go live, it is so cool to check your hair because you see every little thing you shouldn't be seeing. All right, so I'm gonna again wait for a couple people to come on. So we have 2 viewers. Welcome everyone. Great, very good. Hello from Canada. Hi, April. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I'm excited that you're here. Hello, Nina. How are you? Hello, Maria. How are you? I'm just gonna let I'll wait a couple minutes here. Give me one moment. I'll be right back. All right, let's get to business. Let's get to business. Hi, Natalie. How are you? Woo-hoo! New Jersey in the house. Canada in the house. I'm excited. All right, all right. So I was thinking, I'm gonna go live. And so I said this 2 days ago. So I waited for Spirit to give me a topic for me to talk about with you guys. And so here we are. So we want to talk about what is mediumship and why work with a mentor. Okay. A lot of people say, well, you know, if this is a gift, then why wouldn't you help someone for free? And there's a lot that goes on. New York in the house. There's a lot that goes on behind the scenes for those of us that mentor. We give a lot. I think all of us, pretty much, Anthony, myself, Lindsay, Luann, we all give. We give scholarships. We're happy to. We understand the process here in your development. We were once there. In particular, myself, I was a mother of 5 children. I didn't have the money. And so we try to keep our stuff available, whether it's financially or through giving in the group, our lives, and so on and so forth, because part of being a medium is being the middle to many things, being the middle to whom you are and this world and the next, being that station that tunes into that loved one's father, mother, brother, son, daughter. You're that middle person that's going to connect all that together. Being a medium is so much bigger than what we we see when we're not in development or a working medium. And being a medium is allowing the souls on the other side to touch the earth. Hello, Wanda. Hello, everyone. To allow them to touch the earth, right? And then for the sitter to feel that, for the sitter to feel the presence. So we build our power. So that's a lot of you guys hear the word power. Well, what is the power? The power is the presence. The power is the presence of yourself as the medium, the sitter, and the loved one that's coming in, and really all that is. So you raise your frequency and you come into the power, and then you feel the presence. You feel the presence of that loved one coming in. As a medium, we should not, in my eyes, you know, just say, hey, come in and tell me this, and this. I did that for a long time, and I find that I really like how I do it now. It's not that it's wrong. If it works for you, beautiful, fantastic, and wonderful. I rather come into the spirit world with a big hug and say, hello, how are you? Let's do this, team spirit. Woo-hoo. What do you want to say? What do you want to express? What are your memories? What are your shared memories? And what are current memories to give evidence that life goes on, that death does not end love, and that it's forever, not never, because you will stay connected forever. The soul will never go completely, okay? So that really is the focus that we should stay with. Is mediumship is a lot more than words. Mediumship is love. Mediumship is balance. Mediumship is survival. Because as a medium, you can only imagine how many thoughts have been dropped into our mind's eye. How many thoughts have been dropped so that we can hear them? How many imprints have been dropped so that we can feel them, that we just know them, that we give them? We don't know what has happened. We don't know the life that that sitter has lived with, you know, the loved one coming in. We don't know anything. And really, it takes time to really surrender to that, because we don't know. You stand in front of somebody, and literally in the beginning of my mediumship, I used to shit in my pants. I felt that nervous. In all the respect, I'm going to, you know, keep it real. I was so scared and nervous. As a matter of fact, the first time I took platform with Lisa Williams, I think I said those exact words. I think I'm going to shit my pants. You know, and it was being funny. And so that's kind of something that I do, is I'll bring humor to what I'm doing. So that way, you know, I allow myself to surrender, and less of me, more of spirit. Because really, in actuality, the medium's job is just that, to stay in the middle, to hold the space, and to allow the circle to complete itself, okay? Inpouring and outpouring, inpouring and outpouring. What really is a medium? A medium is someone that allows energetic imprints to come to us based on the energy that's drawing near to us. So when we open up our aura, it is within that open aura that that soul will come in. A lot of mediums say, oh my God, I'm not getting anything, oh, you know, and it's so cute. And now I say, okay, let's calm down, and I help them to calm down, because really it is because you're in your conscious mind, and the fear is kind of more present than the relaxation. And because of that, your aura starts coming in instead of it being held outward, right? And so what happens is, then once your aura closes up, you definitely don't see the spirit world, because it is only within that open aura that you can see the spirit world. You understand? It is only within that open aura. And so it's very important for us as mediums to find the middle in all that we do, especially in our readings, because if in a reading we do feel like, wait, there's a little bit of sorting needed here, because the sitter said, hey, you know what, I feel like that was my dad, but now I feel like that's my grandpa. It's not a problem or issue to say, okay, give me a moment, take a nice deep breath, and go back up and say, all right, guys, let's sort this out. What's going on? You know, and take a moment and tell them to come closer to you. Give them the permission to come closer, so that you're melding, right? And so when you're melding, your spirit bodies are going boom, boom, boom. And then their mentality is present. Your mentality is present, but their mentality is present as well. And then you're able to obviously start getting what you begin to receive, whether that you hear it, you feel it, you see it, or you just know. So once that starts happening, then, you know, they start using their memories because they're no longer affiliated with the spirit. They're no longer, attached to the physical body. They're simply the energy, the soul, the fuel that they were when they were here. What they took from here is the memories from a relationship, from an experience. They took those memories. Those memories are what they bring to us as mediums. So they bring us the memory. It's real simple, guys. They bring us the memory. We as mediums start developing. We begin to understand that it is within the aura, and that spiritual hygiene is extremely important so that we can be where we need to be in our vibrational state to hold that aura open when we are doing this work. When we open up our aura, we then should send out our essence, our colors. That is why I say choose a flower to represent your chakras, because it is within the visualization of those flowers that you open them up and you send out your colors. You send out your glow to the spirit world. Do you know that they don't see our physical body? Do you know, and this is Lillian's full experience opinion, just saying, and it makes freaking sense to me, and it's made my mediumship a lot more understandable. They don't see our physical body, they see our colors. The obviously more balanced we are, the brighter and less dense our colors are. Have you stopped to think for a moment that when you open up your aura, how is it that they know we're there? Have you stopped to think about that? How is it that they know it's our glow, it's our colors, it's what we push out. Once we push it out, the intention of the sitter, obviously to connect with the loved ones, will allow their loved ones to gather closer than they've ever been to us for them. Right? So you can look at this like if we have a spiritual garden. Spiritual garden. So we're opening up those flowers, allowing our aroma to flow, looking at your aroma as colors. The spirit world is then, whoa, that's beautiful, smells wonderful, bringing their essence, and there's the blending and the aroma, and then your souls lift, and there you go. This is not rocket scientist. It really isn't, guys. I mean, man, I just said yesterday to one of my students, when you watch a commercial, let's say it's a Nike commercial, and they're playing it, do you know when they're thinking of how they're going to make that advertisement, they're thinking of the colors it's going to be in, they're thinking how many times they're going to play it. All those things have to do with how our mind will recognize and remember that, so that we can remember it when we go to the store. Oh, I saw a commercial, I want those shoes. You know those shoes that are in the commercial now? I think they're like white and black. Yes, I do. Well, the loved ones are coming in and they're giving us those imprints, but we're overanalyzing because we're nervous, because our human mind is trying to look at it and figure it out, instead of us just trusting. And again, I can't say it's that easy, because we have to know that when we stand in front of people, we don't know what the heck we're going to say. And that's freaking hard. You know, you don't know what you're going to say. You have no script. You have no plan of action. There's no mental notes at all. Because when you're receiving, you're delivering, you're receiving, you're delivering, you're receiving, you're delivering. I always tell the sitters, I'm glad you understand, because I have no idea what I'm saying. And it's so true. We shouldn't. It's not for us to place. It is for the sitter to place. And the soul and the sitter to work together to place that. It is not our job to force it. It's not our job to get logical with it, because we can mess it up. And sometimes I still misinterpret. And that's okay to say, hey, you know what? We're going to get no's. I don't think I know any medium that I know that doesn't get no's. The point is to trust the spirit and to go back and to be with them and say, hey, guys, give me something more about that, because they're not recognizing it. Tell me, you know, come on and sing your story to me. Tell me what it is that you want to say, and doing it gracefully and with an open heart. All we need is love. If love exists, everything else will flow. If love exists, love for your mediumship, love for what you do, love for the people in front of you, respect for the people in front of you that have given you an opportunity to work with you, okay? And then, you know, so much happens as a medium. We figure it out, we learn to deal with it, and then after that, we begin to go inward ourselves, because we get humble, because we hear the stories that the loved one has to say, And when we hear the stories that the loved one has to say to the sitter, and the sitter comes in and says, oh my God, I've been waiting to hear that my mom loves me forever. She was a hard woman. She never expressed. You know, she walks away knowing, with the evidence that you've given and the fact that you brought forward the personality of the sitter and you didn't restrict them, because again, as a medium, you don't want to just attract a certain type of soul. When you come in and you say, hey, I want this. Well, what happens if that soul was a soul that wasn't a communicator? That soul is not going to be a communicator still. Therefore, that soul is going to be like, well, I don't think I have the potential to be able to come in and to give that information. That's why also I would say that it's very important to ask for, you know, a soul that is a strong communicator, which we call an enabling spirit, to come in and to help that soul. Now, sometimes if you are going to ask that of the spirit world, you want to make sure that you state in your bottom line that even though there's an enabling spirit coming in and helping that communicator, that you only want to meld with the communicator. You only want to meld with the one that's coming in for the sitter, because you see what can happen is that enabling spirit could be family, so the sitter recognizes it, but the enabling spirit can also not be family, but could be a soul that passed the same way and had very similar things in their lifetime. So the soul is coming in to assist. So you got to make sure that you say, hey, I blend with the spirit world, and then I only meld with the communicator at all times. All right? So you got to make sure that you do that. So, you know, really, truly, we make things difficult. And because in the beginning of our journey, we're becoming a spiritual being having a human experience. And that's not easy, because that means we have to think with our soul mind and not our human mind. And all our life, we've just been taught to think with our human mind. It's not something simple. And it helps to have someone to talk to as a mentor to give you tools they found help them to progress in that place. How did I progress in that place when I was there? How did I progress, period, in my development? How did I progress? And when you do mentoring, you take your story, you take your journey, and you say, you know what? I want to give this to people that are drawn to me, that the universe brings to me, so that they don't have to wait years and years to look at it the way I'm looking at it. I want to give them everything that I've gained in 12 years. I want to give it to them now. And I want them to fly, to put your wings, spread your wings and fly. Because it's we, not I. We were all brought here in this particular moment to do this work, because the world is hurting and it needs life. And it is we, not I. There is no I in team. I am here to teach. Each and every one of you guys is here to teach. We all are. In every circumstance in our life, we are a mirror to someone. We are the words they need to hear. We are the love they need to hear. And it just happens to be that we're applying that now to mediumship. As a mentor, I love it because I can see people grow within 5 weeks. It's amazing. I say to my mentors now, and I have to be very honest with you guys, I used to take everyone. And what I realize is I'm not the teacher for everyone. Just because I fly by the seat of my pants, I will throw you to the wolves, but I will hold your hand and walk with you. I will walk with you upon those moments, and I will show you that it is okay to let go. And then you let go and you make it your own. You make it what you feel resonates with you and what your soul's journey is. I'm not here to say that I am anything other than just what I am. I use my story. I realize now that I have to screen my people. I do mentor at all levels. Well, if you want to start from scratch, we can start from scratch. I do ask, where are you? I talk about grounding, shielding, spiritual hygiene. Are you reading? Are you not reading? How together are you? How connected are you with your guides? Is there any fears that you have in reference to this? And we begin from there and we say, okay, what are your mentorship goals? What are your goals? So a mentor really sees the beauty before the beauty is seen through the person that you're mentoring. You see their beauty. And I love it. And what caused me to start doing this was that when I was doing readings, I'm like, oh my God, you're so gifted. This is what I see. I love it. And I began to see that it was a pattern, and I began to help people. And I just started thinking of my journey and tools. And I got to tell you, I'm the biggest student whenever I mentor anybody, because I learned so very much. And that's the key to mediumship as well, is to not stay in a box and think that it's going to be that way always and always, because it's really, truly not going to stay that way always and always. You're going to learn from people, places, and things. And so I think that's what makes a mentor a strong mentor, that they're not afraid to change as things change. Because if you're not changing as a mentor, if you're not changing and you're staying where you're at, that means you're not growing, ascending, expanding. So, you want that. And let me tell you, it's not easy, because as mentors, we expand, and then we got to get used to, it's like a moving and getting used to your new home. It's the same with frequency. Now you were used to where you were at, but now you moved, and now you're in a whole new frequency, and you got to get used to it, and you got to get used to the space. It's the same thing. It's a constant thing when we're ascending. It's a constant thing when we're moving, and this is not rocket scientist. And another thing, guys, don't be hard on yourself because you're a human being. Do you not think that I swear at my kids when I get upset? I swear at my children. I let them know about themselves. My son always says, Mom, go meditate. It's hilarious. But when you start growing, people see the change in you. They want that change. They find that you're calmer. They find that you're more humble. And how could you not be when you're hearing so many experiences, so many stories? People didn't get to say goodbye. People don't get to have that experience. And so now you're giving that experience to people so they could have that last piece of love, to feel that soul again, just one more time, so that they can live, so they can keep going, so that they can hear that they're okay, so they could come in and be the goofy self they are, or the serious self they are. Don't forget, just let them be who they are. Don't tell them and bully them. Don't bully the spirit world. They're not bully us. They come in hoping that we're their hope, and they're our hope. So it's a team effort, guys. Be gentle with them. Be gentle. They're awesome. They're beautiful. Come in like if you're going to a party. You're going to a party, and you only know one person, but you're gonna walk in there and hi, as you're walking, hello, how are you? How are you? How are you? So you get to that person, and then you're gonna mingle, and you're gonna expand, and you're gonna feel more comfortable as you go. The spirit world is the same way. They come in and say, whoa, okay, it's medium. Hello, medium. How are you? But they're looking at our frequency, because our frequency is our colors. So they look at our colors and say, oh, yes, that's so bright. Woo, coming in. Hey, it's me. She's my mom. I'm excited. I love her. I miss her chicken dumplings. Blah, 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 blah. And they start talking. And then you bring it forward. And you don't try to change it. You don't try to make it what you want it through your logical mind. Just allow. So let's see if we have any questions here. So that's a little bit of my view of mediumship and working with a mentor. You have to, last thing is, you have to resonate with your mentor. Please take your time and resonate with your mentor. Make sure that you've seen videos, that you've seen lives, YouTubes, and that person is really, really, really being felt within you, because then that means that yes, your guides are saying yes. That means that you're definitely connecting with the frequency of this person on your journey, and that's extremely important. You have to be able to connect to the frequency to work with that person for you to grow. So take your time and don't rush it. Know that you have free will, and you should resonate with the frequency of that guide, and make sure that that mentor guiding you is going to give you what it is that you're needing. For me, I am very right brain. I am funny. I'm hilarious. I am just me, and I love being me. I love you guys being you. And at the end of the day, if you're going to work with me, you would be somebody that is all about emotions and frequency and reference to feeling. Everything is feeling for me first. Feel. Okay, let's feel. Okay, let's see. Okay, let's hear. Okay, let's get in there. All right, I have somebody for you. You're going to read them, but I'm going to hold your hand, and we're going to do it together. Don't worry about it. I want to see where you're at. Let's give it a try. Very hands-on. Very hands-on. Let's go. Let's get it done. And then we evaluate the reading. So we do it, but then we evaluate the reading. How did you feel about it? Okay, beautiful. This is what I saw. This is what I feel. Let's come to a middle. Okay, well, beautiful, wonderful. That's your homework for this week. We're going to put it together, and we're going to see how it goes. Anything that you feel that you want to bring to me, record it, bring it. We'll discuss it, and we'll move on from there. It's very personal to you. And again, for me, I work on all levels, which is exciting because if you just want to stay at the psychic level, that's perfectly fine. You can stay at the psychic level, and I'll walk you through that and help you through that. But if you want to keep going past the spiritual hygiene and the chakras, the words, whatever, we start wherever you want to start. I do have a 15-week mediumship mentorship program. Within that program, you do get certified within 15 weeks, which is 3 sessions, 3 5-week sessions that you will go through with me. I also have just the 5-week one, which is just, I mean, you could be somebody that is already a working medium, but you want to just have somebody to talk to weekly and exchange and say, hey, this is what I experienced, Lillian. You know, have you experienced it? What's going on? You find really that really does work. So you don't have to be at any particular level, but I will be screening my students. And again, that's just because I don't want anybody to fail or feel discouraged. If I feel that perhaps maybe you're somebody that needs to take certain steps and you're a little bit more left brain, I would suggest Luann to you, because Luann definitely is somebody that is a brilliant medium, and she will be launching her mentorship soon. We work together. I'm the right brain, she's the left brain. And don't get me wrong, I do think logically. I do. When I teach, I put things together in order based on how I know that it will help you to strengthen and build your mediumship muscles. I do, and it makes sense, right? But what happens when we're working together, I never know, because if your guides want to come in, they want to guide me. If the ancestors want to come in, if you need a healing, that's another thing. A mentor is way more than just